right, everybody. Welcome. I know a few of you just joined. I just want to welcome Neena. We're just going to go over kind of like a little closing ceremony, we'll call it, of the party. I can't believe it's been 24 hours since we started this. Neena, good morning, good afternoon in your time zone. How are you?
I'm awesome. This has been an awesome time. I love seeing some recognizable names down here. I'm just can't believe what the last 24 hours have been. The assembling of communities, the things I've learned about so many interesting projects. I'm still like it's all in my mind. I'm still researching from all the links with ASOBA and COP27 coming up, and just understanding, how hard people are going for, just revolutionizing this space for everyone. And I'm just super excited. I've been doing
Yeah, the
extra giveaways.
COP27 stuff's really interesting, actually, huh?
Very interesting, and truthfully, outside of the fun and entertainment, there's just so many ways we can unite to create change for the things that we believe in. And I'm a 1,000% on board. I have a nonprofit experience and background in working with a range of communities just throughout my life, and I'm passionate about it. So it's awesome that I just see so many possibilities, but seeing other people who are doing it and learning from them and understanding how, uniting, I'm ready to throw down for anything and for everything that people want to really bring forward. Like, I'm here to help, in addition to bring amazing projects to life, but help people figure it out. But it's been awesome. I feel like I don't know how you're still standing because you've been going so hard. I mean, I stay up to like 4, 5, 6 a.m. and I'm beat, and I've been doing that for a few days in a row. But
It's
you're
genuinely just
man.
like passion. I'm like you said, I mean, a lot of these projects were telling me stuff I had never heard of, that I didn't know about. And that was one. I know it'll help. It'll make you happy to hear that I'm working with Shingy or Shingy, sorry, Shingy to maybe bring an event to Flow, or at least to the blockchain in general. That helps us celebrate the COP27 and have like speakers and stuff brought in. So we're working on that just to kind of like, again, this is fun and I love partying, but let's also like do some gatherings for information and knowledge and spreading of this important stuff.
Well, what's cool is that as you are the vibe curator for Flow, you are the premier maestro. You're the person who's really throwing it down for this whole space. And I personally, I love to party in general. I love socializing. I love going to just have fun. If you could do it for a great cause, it's amazing. That's what, like the Met Gala, Rihanna's Diamond Ball. That's what it is. It's people getting together to hang out, and also for a cause. So there's so many cool projects that, again, I would love to really revolutionize this space and the whole community to come and be a part of, whether it's virtual or IRL, whatever we want to do. And I see with mental health, with, again, climate change, and there's so many other things we can get into, but people are doing it and people are finding a ways to make this, make it happen for other people. And that's, to me, that's the whole point of it. Like, what am I doing if I'm not trying to make life or the world better or more fun or interesting for someone else? It's not, it's not worth it. It's not
Yeah,
worth it to me. So
I genuinely couldn't agree more. It is so cool. Again, hearing these projects, like this was absolutely the most like entertaining AMA session that I've ever done because I was just, some of the projects I talked to a bunch and I was like, oh yeah, we'll just get some updates and stuff. Come to find out, like some of the stuff they're working on is so next level. I was baffled, so I'm really excited to get these AMA recordings kind of mixed and mastered, and I'm gonna actually start like a little YouTube channel, or not YouTube, Spotify or whatever. Like I actually have a podcast channel from an old podcast I did, so I might I'm gonna throw them up all on there, so it'll be easy for people to listen to. And then who knows? Maybe in a year we can look back at them and listen to them and say, "Oh wow, that was really cool." They actually did exactly what they're gonna say, or maybe they forgot about that one part. Let's ask them about that. So I'm really excited to kind of get these recordings and put them up.
I can't wait for that. And I think it's so important to have people access information and somebody who's able to communicate it, with ease. That's another thing is not a lot of people outside of this space are apprehensive because they can't understand so many different parts. As you have to kind of, translate certain things about how culture is evolving. And I think having an active, communicator and translator, it means so much because you really are enlightening people. You really are, I mean, really are giving people information they need to know. And it makes, when you have information, you feel so much more confident. That's how I feel. When I'm in the dark, I don't know what's going on, I get antsy. And also know that I'm understanding as well. Like even within our communities, when they don't get information, they start to feel antsy. And that's something that I've, have been working on because again we're so much on content creation but understanding the power of information and how it serves to illuminate and cannot wait for your podcast. I cannot wait to hear and have people access it. It's so important. I know some of the best information that I've received is just from some of the writers on Substack who happen to share their opinion of where they think things are going and how they understand things. And hey, that means so much more than like a press release or even a white paper. It does. You hear like a real human telling you things. So I'm super excited. And more importantly, I feel like, I mean, there's so many people who came together this in the last 24 hours just because we all said we're going to show up. We're going to show up no matter what. And
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
yeah.
that sentiment of just like I love when you said like you're confident with knowledge, and it's like I I attest that to like a lot of the FUD I see. Some of my favorite Twitter fudders that I know who didn't come to the party crack me up because I'm like, look, if you have such strong opinions of the blockchain and such strong opinions on what projects are doing, but you don't give yourself the opportunity to actually hear from the projects, to me, all that FUD's invalid. And it's like, unless you really put yourself in a position to understand and learn, uh, keep your opinions to yourself. So,
Right.
I mean, personally, like listening to these projects, I have nothing but faith. It was such a refreshing. I think like the theme I kind of kept joking was coming out of the winter. The whole time
Yes.
is like,
Yeah.
ironically enough, we're coming out of the winter, going into
As
Halloween.
yeah, exactly. As we're entering eventually, I guess fall
The
goes
physical winter.
into a
Hey,
depression.
actually, I call it entering heaven because in Hawaii, I finally get rid of this hot weather and we get back to good stuff. But yeah, I really do have a lot of reserved faith and renewed faith in a lot of these projects who are just building, 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 and not only just building for their project, but one of the themes that I thought was really cool today was building tools for other projects. So it was really cool to find out that so many projects are building like Crikey, building AR, 3D, type tools for projects, and a Soba DeFi is doing insane return on investment work with solar power and clean energy, and that conversation was crazy. All of these conversations I had were just like, Sven with Bobbles dropped a few bombs on me. I was blown away by that one. Genuinely, we had Hussein and Crypto Pharaohs and Flow Score come up, and I mean, Flow Score said that they have a project that they're onboarding right now that's going to 50 times their 20,000 assets that are already on their website. So, like little
Wow.
alpha like that, it's just growth, 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 growth. Eric came on, started talking about how much he's excited to move forward. He's got so much stuff going on finally. Dealing with some business side of his company has been a headache. So hearing like that was just so reassuring for some of these projects. So, first and foremost, I want to thank you for being a part of this and pushing forward with the Halloween party. We are so stoked when we came up with the idea. And then obviously, I want to talk about something that's really fun: giveaways. So
Absolutely.
we have a few left from you. Fright Club is so generous to give so much fun stuff away. So we actually have some of the ultra rare NFTs and then some physical signed merch. Can you talk a little bit about some of the stuff we're going to be giving away?
Sure. We have so basically to celebrate for Halloween for this month, and also just to kind of like give back to the community that we really love so much. I'm saying like I just wanted to make just I want to give stuff away. I just want to give them things that like that horror that embody horror, but also that they can they understand that it's things they can touch too. I should say. So we have of course uh, extremely rare digital memorabilia that it's never going to be sold. They're only going to be able to win it, and it's actually our rarest tier of 1 of 5. And in addition, we have physical merch, such as the signed Jason mask from Friday the 13th, which is like started in 1980. It was one of the biggest horror movie franchises. Jason with the hockey mask. Camp Crystal Lake, which features in our classic movie locations limited series that just released. But it's the actual signed mask by Ari Lehman, who played Jason in the films. He was in one of the later films, but he's very very active in the horror con circuit. So he like loves his fans, and we were really excited to be able to get this mask and share it with, it will be mailed to the winner. And we're just really excited to give stuff away that's worth a lot, that you could hang up, that you could say, I love horror. This is, I got this too. So I'm super excited. And we also have some signed ends that you would get at horror cons. One's a 4x6 actually from Freddy Krueger, one of my childhood favorite horror horror villains. With a certificate of authenticity. This is also something that he signed live at the horror convention, but it's an official authorized Robert Englund photograph, which is half his face and half the Freddy mask, and it's signed live. It's something again that as a collector, I think anybody would love to have. And we also have the signed Tony Moran 8x10s. Tony was our flagship first mint. Uh, he believed in the space, and he's has so many different projects that he's been doing. He's on tour. He's on tour with the horror con circuit throughout the year, so he's pretty busy. But when he did have time last year, he did spend some time with us in Discord a lot, especially as I think he really understood like how the pandemic made it so difficult for him and his colleagues to travel and meet their fans. So he thought this was really cool. Um, so we have some of the 8x10 signed by him specifically uh, for Fright Club. And we're working on one other layer of the physical memorabilia, especially with the signed, like with his signed memorabilia, we're doing a live. We're going to try to do a live signature on top of it. But we're mailing out the physical memorabilia to our, just the great people who've been here. So yeah, so we
That is
have
so
I get a ton
awesome.
of stuff.
It's awesome in the sense that I'm so excited to have to type all these out.
Oh my gosh,
No, no,
I will,
just kidding,
I'll
just
send you,
kidding. Oh,
copy and
stop
paste.
it! I have them all on the list. I just kidding. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna do. So the strong majority of them obviously are gonna go to our VIP giveaway chat. So they're gonna run for 24 hours. So if you want a chance at the physicals and the ultra rares, go grab a Party Favorz. Very cheap, 6.9 flow. That gets you a chance to win these. We will do one signed we'll do one of the 8x10 signed Tony Morans to close out the general giveaways, and all the rest are going to go into VIP. So again, thank you so much to those that supported the Party Favorz. Very 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 cheap way to support not only Nick, the incredible artist Nick Siegel behind Party Favorz Series 2, but just to support the efforts of continuing to throw parties.
Actually, Nick is here he's here to close out with us if you did want to.
Let's
He's
go.
under
I would love
Lo-Fi.
that more than anything. Where's LoFi? There he is. All right. Absolutely. I am so stoked. Nick, what's up, buddy? How are you?
How you doing, brother?
Man, I thought I would be a lot more exhausted this morning, but really, I feel like I have a lot more energy than I thought I'd have.
You went out partying?
Yeah, all night on the Discord.
Uh, so yeah, bro, I'm really hyped for this project. Me and Nina worked extremely hard on getting you guys some of the best content that we could possibly think of, and I'm really hyped, and I'm hyped for the game too. You guys, uh, we came up with a great concept for something that you guys are gonna really enjoy to play, and
The game was such an underrated alpha leak by Nina. I'm so excited.
Dude, Unreal Engine, man, is such a beautiful program, and the graphics are amazing. And I hope you guys really feel the realism in this. You know.
I'm genuinely so excited, man. Aside from obviously the great work you're doing, Fright Club, and the game that I'm so excited to see, it was so cool to see you kind of like step outside your typical realm of art and help us with the Party Favorz. Can you talk a little bit about that? Was that pretty cool for you to be a part of?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely it's really interesting to just make like I've never made a bomb. You know, I love I personally, you know, never like crafted like glass in Blender too much, but it was an interesting process. The lighter was cool to make, uh, and I made like a cup of the double cup, but yeah, it was definitely a fun process. Very interesting. It was I love the idea that you guys do like different things to bring this virtual, and hopefully it would be actually really cool for the future when this is like kind of VR. If like the things are actually like right there too, that'd be kind of funny.
Dude, the bong, it just looks so real. Like it's so like it is real. Like I felt like shadows and stuff. And I love first of all, I love the double cup. Like the cup itself with the liquid in it moving was really cool. But you did a double cup and I was dying.
Yeah, did you see the axe? There's like a little part of Eugene's axe at the end of the on the opposite end of the bowl of the bong, inside the bong.
Oh, inside I saw. I was like, what? Yeah, there are a few different little hidden treats you had for us, both in the key that I hope gets discovered, and in the inside of the bong as well as yeah, and there's also a hidden one that no one knows what was created was a lighter, but we're gonna keep that in our stash.
All right.
Yeah, I
But
feel like
yeah, man,
that's
I'm so.
actually really
Oh, go ahead,
cool.
Nia. Sorry.
No, I was gonna that whole like I don't know, that whole concept, like just understanding crafting glass in 3D and how that's a different process. I find that so interesting because I mean, you've made windows before in the homes, but when you actually it's like blowing glass and having the dimensions and having like the light be able to shine through a certain way even before you insert a background or fill something with liquid. Like it's very interesting because it's kind of like I didn't realize how much it's like real life. We were talking in the past when we'd like work on scenes together in the very beginning. I'm like, oh, can it be like this? And he'd be like, I have to, in order for it to look this way, I'd have to actually insert another street light at this angle, and it has to light. So it's actually like being on the street. It's not just like, okay, let's add a little brightener up here. He's like, no, I have to create another street light and add another light bulb, and it has to be at this resolution for it to actually shine this way. So interesting because even with the bong, I didn't realize you're using a different material, even though in 3D you did craft, and that's almost like a new texture for you to learn. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was definitely very, very. I mean, it's kind of almost like hard surface modeling, kind of like how they make metal objects. But I mean, yeah, like you said, the texture is different, and you got to really uh, you just make it like a transmission type of thing. Add some to the roughness.
I lost you guys.
I also think the balloon is really creepy. I just want to say.
Oh, the balloon.
And then aside from the NFTs that you made, the 4 images there, the banner was so freaking cool, man. The Party Favors banner was so cool. It made me feel like I was in that hallway.
Oh, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, super realistic. I dig your art style, Nick. Genuinely, you're attached to the Party Favor series to forever as an artist. So actually, what's really cool about it, I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, but if you go to dot find, It's actually, since it's one of the traits, your name, you can actually search. So anything else that you make along the way, that we create a trait for you, you'll be able to search all of your work on the Dot Find marketplace. So pretty stoked to see that.
Oh, that's so dope. Thanks.
Hey, thank you again, man. This is I just I'm really excited to have an opportunity again to work with an artist that you know basically you do awesome art for Fright Club, and you're so busy. So for you to take some time out of your ridiculous schedule right now to help us out with some images was really cool of you. Can you by any chance just talk a little bit more about like how fun it's been to create the game?
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, shit, dude. For years, I love video games. So I'm like, every time a game, even when I was a kid too, every time a game would come out, I have these expectations, and I'd play it, and I'd be like, yo, it's missing, it's missing this, 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 and finally I get to sit down and like, it's a lot of thinking. It's like a lot of thinking. You gotta, I've spent like days just sitting there, just conceptualizing and trying to come up with something, uh, it's so fun and it's so intricate. And it kind of makes you. This is so weird to like say, but even with the 3D modeling, something weird about understanding life through it, and I just love the whole process. It's kind of boring sometimes, but and the logic nodes, the blueprints are insane. But anything. I saw this video yesterday, and it's like a video of this guy like with a graph, and he's like, "The more you fuck around, the more you'll know." And it's like this program. It's like all these programs. Like you literally sit there, you spend consistent time, um, making sure that what not even specifically learning something, but making sure that you're doing stuff or you're at least getting to kind of where you want to be. Um, you'll start to really learn a lot, and that's just by doing.
Yeah, when you said you learn a lot about life, it cracked me up because I was like, I was like, oh, you mean like the Nick that's developing us, the Nick that's developing us, and our
In the
characters
simulation, yeah,
we're
dude,
in the
seriously.
simulation.
Dude, it's seriously it's like weird because it's like, wow, like if someone wants to create real life, like this is probably how they do it. And it's like they say God is math type of thing. Um, but yeah, dude, super like very weird stuff, but I love it. I love like this is something that I definitely didn't know that I had such a passion for before I stepped into it.
That's so rad. Now, I don't want to get in trouble by Nina, but I don't know how much alpha you could drive out the game. Is it going to be released like a mobile version? Is there a website? Is it? Can you share the platform? I'm not sure.
I believe as of now, we've decided on Steam. We're gonna drop it on.
Oh, super rad.
So it's gonna
You know
be
what that means? You know what that means? We could play it live in Discord.
yes, yeah, you can stream it live. Yeah, no, it's definitely. I would love to see people's reactions. I want to see how scary I could really make it.
We will absolutely host a little get together for that. No doubt about it. You down,
That'd
Nina?
be sick.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Like, sorry, I got disconnected for a second, but I'm super excited about the gaming. Like, it's I don't know, it's just so incredible the way we're going with this, and I just feel like the community is gonna love it. And we decided on Steam. We really were going back and forth because we wanted to make it the most accessible for people to play, but around the world. But we wanted to make it so it wasn't limited. We wanted to make sure we had a platform that could handle the level of graphic and animation that we're putting into it. So it really does feel so it can embody Nick's vision, to be honest. Like, so it's as lifelike and as interesting and creative as possible. Yeah, we wanted to be on that. We want to just not create games, but create like cutting edge, really, really interesting games that everyone would want to play. And we want to do it for our audience, like our community, everyone here. We want to make sure that they get first dibs on trying it out and telling us what they like and being able to play. Again, just sharing with one another. And I've learned so much from Nick in terms about gaming because I'm on a, Sega Genesis, maybe not Sega Genesis, but old school, like Xbox place. I'm not like a huge gamer, but the game is like from a different, time. So he's really been the things that he's shown me about just storytelling. I mean, I feel like I've have a whole new love of writing and thinking of concepts in terms of how gaming just kind of opens your whole mind. Like it's really interesting in terms of narrative. And Jim, you might, even as a writer, you it's like usually with narrative, you have a certain plot structure, you have certain things you want to say, but with gaming, it's so cool because you could explore so many different possibilities. So we're having a lot of fun. But I'm always just like, just blown away by the concepts and also how things look these days. The animations are just amazing. And so we're so excited to really bring the next level of where we're going with the project. And we know that's another thing we were talking about is understanding the power of how blockchain can, make these experiences more inviting for communities. But we know at the same time, like play to earn. Like we're not waiting till certain tech is developed to put the games out. We're putting the game, everyone can play them. We can interact with one another. We could play against, actors, celebrities, whatever we want. We're inviting everyone into an awesome game. When the other part kicks in, we'll add that layer on top of it. That's how we see it, you know. Again, putting great things out into the world and having people experiencing them. And why wait? So
Yeah,
yeah, I
totally,
feel
and just moving forward in general, yeah?
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's another thing in terms of on the creative side, we're always pushing, and I feel like creatives hate to get stagnant and do things that are repetitive in a way. So you have to constantly feed your passion, and that's one of the things I feel like just Nick's work already is so incredible with the music video directing, the live video directs, the videos he does, everything. But just seeing that applied to the gaming is, it's been unbelievable. And then being introduced to how innovative and interesting gaming is as well. Like he's showed me other new independent game developers and the kinds of communities that are being built. It's so cool. So we're just excited to be able to develop in this space, and we're doing everything possible to make it really really cool. Um, so I don't know. I don't wanna, like, put in an exact date yet because I feel like I mean, I would say before the end of the year, we're definitely gonna have a gaming experience. I just don't wanna say how soon it would be, only based on I don't once we play and we test and we see what needs help, it might take a little bit longer once we start testing. So I think I don't know, Nick, what do you think? By the end of the year, we should have at least one gaming experience ready for the
Yeah, I
community?
mean, I'm pretty sure by then. Again, I believe everyone understands that sometimes things go wrong with these games. It gets a little uh too much, but this is also a single player game, so I don't think it's gonna be. I think you experience some of the glitches when it gets to like some multiplayer type of thing, which is
That's true.
definitely coming up at some point. Yeah, I want to step into that so you guys can enjoy playing with each other.
Well, that's
Ooh,
something
Or
that we talked
experience.
about too, right, Nick? I think
how fun!
initially multiplayer was first what we were trying to build first, but we also
Yeah,
understand that that's going to be a much more in order to do it well and the way on the level that we want to do it, it might take a little longer. We decided to start a single player which could be executed. I don't want to say fairly simply, but we can at least try to do this at the level that we want to do it in a good amount of time, and then in the meantime, develop the multiplayer as all the moving parts are ready. But I will say that for the single player game, I mean, we might even have, I mean, at least the demo I think could be ready by the end of the year. It might even be sooner, but we're working towards it hardcore.
Yo, single player, multiplayer. I'm again just working excites me. Just forward progress excites me. So I'm really stoked for the future. Fright Club again. A team of people that just want to create cool shit, and that's obviously evident. I just love what Nick just said. He's like, man, I want to do a multiplayer for everybody to enjoy it. So just that logic and that mindset, I am genuinely a big supporter of it, and yeah, I'm here for it. So yeah, I just want to give you guys the last couple minutes to say your piece. Say thank you to the people here, and shill Fright Club, shill your art, Nick. Where can people go to support you guys? And then again, thank you. Shout out to Fright Club. And then after we do that, I'll make an announcement here a little bit with all the details and all the giveaways we'll be starting up. But again, thank you, Neena. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, brother. My Instagram is LoFi Vision. The last O is a 0. Everything else on social media is LoFi Vision, spelled normally. Check out my website. I just dropped my demo reel. But thank you guys so much for supporting us. This is amazing. Thank you guys for just pulling up and checking out the work, and I hope everyone enjoys it, and I hope you guys enjoy what's coming up next. So you guys know, man. And Jimbo, bro, once I got something beta that I could someone could play, I'll send you over. You can give it a test out before anything gets released. So Neena, over to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my audio keeps messing up, guys, but I'm back.
They don't want us to hear it, Neena. They don't want the public to know.
Exactly. And you know what? If anybody gets a chance to check out some of our latest drop 2 content, the classic horror movie locations, the clowns, or the haunted house, which is so exciting. That was our own. We have a haunted house paranormal experience on NFTs through collectibles, where he tells the story of how a house became haunted and who's haunting each room, and that may develop into a gaming experience as well. We're not sure yet, but if anyone has them, we'd love to hear which room you like the best, which horror movie location you like the best, which one looked cool. They're short little scenes, and at the end there's a little jump surprise or a little jump shot, I would say that Nick put in there. We really worked hard on them and we're excited about it. So if anyone does get a chance, you want to hear what you think about them, what you liked, which ones you did, which ones are your faves. And yeah, we're so happy to be here. There's still a couple of more giveaways. I feel like until Halloween, we're still going to be doing some fun stuff. Some of it involves custom merch for Party Favorz drop 2 attendees, and some of it involves custom merch for the Fright Club community that has a little added layer of fun. Stay tuned. And I don't think we did the pet costume with the goobs contest, which I really think would be fun for people to drop on Twitter their pets with their Halloween costumes on Monday, and I'd love to do a giveaway to the community for that. I think that'd be super fun because I personally think it's hilarious to see pets in costumes. I know some people think that's sanctimonious, but I'd love to see anybody's pet in a Halloween costume, and we definitely have some cool giveaways for that.
Heck yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. You know me, I love that. So what we'll do, just to close on out again, officially hit the gavel. We did it, 24 hours, Halloween 2022 bash, Fright Club, Party Favorz. I do want to just shout out everyone that was involved. I want to shout out all the sponsors. First and foremost, want to shout out Dot Fine for making the drop happen so smooth, Nick Siegel for doing the incredible art. Big shout out to Bobbles, Turf Talents, Asoba DeFi, Solar Pups, Emerald Dow. Big shout out to Rove for that awesome party space, Crypto Pharaohs and Flow Score, Party Goobers, and Flow Insider. So thank you to all of our sponsors. This was such an incredible event. Look forward to the recordings of all the AMAs coming out here in the next few days. All the people that won giveaways, be on the lookout for those in the next couple days. With that being said, I'm going to list the last few of them. They will run for 24 hours, so no stress. A couple side notes about some of the giveaways. The strong majority of them will be VIP giveaways, meaning you would need to own a Party Favorz. If you don't yet, go to the Find website, find.xyz. Head over 6.9 Flow, grab a Party Favor, but also the higher end Fright Club, like the signed Jason mask, we're going to go ahead and say that needs to be a Fright Club owner. So you still have time here, 24 hours. Make sure you go to the Fright Club website, go to the project tent, learn how to grab one of the NFTs from Fright Club. But we are going to make a little requirement for that special giveaway. Again, friends, thank you all so much for coming. Jimbo out.